What I'd like to do today is review what an essay is and then go into the organization of a 5-paragraph essay. You need to remember that every time you see an essay question, fundamentally what you're doing is you are creating an argument. You are shaping a point of view and you are trying to convince the reader that your point of view is the correct one. Within that argument, within the essay, you need to include your opinion, which is your point of view, and facts. So sometimes you have to bring up information, factual information related to your point of view. Sometimes you need to explain those facts. And then sometimes you have to remember what your overarching opinion is, or what generally is called the thesis statement. So, you need to remember that what you're doing is you're creating an argument. It's not a report or a summary. An essay is an argument, an organized argument. Okay, the next part of this is the organization. And by organization, I really mean the 5-paragraph format, where you have an introduction, a body paragraph, a second body paragraph, a third body paragraph, and then finally a concluding paragraph. Now, within the introduction, most people say you should start off with a hook. That's okay if you'd like to start off with a hook. Really, you should just come up with some sort of opening statement. Just an opening statement on generally what the event is, or anything like that. Just sort of you're telling the reader generally where this argument is going to focus on. And after your opening statement, you can include one line about the event. You can even maybe have 2 lines, but if you're going to have a summary statement, you keep it very small and you just keep it down to sort of 1 line if you actually need to. The second thing, or I should say the third thing that you should have here are then your 3 facts. I should stay consistent here. Your 3 facts. And these 3 facts are very much geared towards the thesis statement, which is the answer to the question. And then finally, at the end of that, as the very last line, you should have your thesis statement. Now, your thesis statement is your overall opinion, and it also should be looked upon as the answer to the question. So this thing here, I should say in this order: opening statement, 1 line about the event, then your 3 facts in a very brief form, and then finally ending on the thesis statement, is really the sequence of the introduction. And this thesis statement here, what I'll do is I'll put 2 stars next to it, is really your first key to getting an A on the paper. The thesis statement must be at the end of the introduction, and it must answer the question and be your overall opinion, all relating back to the argument. So that's what your introduction should be. And in a later video, what I'll do is I'll try to, I'll give an example. I'll give you a sample introduction here. Now, from the body paragraph, what you should start off here is a topic sentence, which is related to these 3 facts. These 3 facts really key into the topic sentence for body paragraph 1, the second to the second body paragraph, the third to the third body paragraph. And these 3 facts back up the opinion or the point of view that you're putting forth. So now in the body paragraph, your topic sentence relating to these 3 facts, your 3 facts get to be better explained towards how they back up the opinion in your thesis statement. So you should start off with a topic sentence, which relates back to the fact. You should maybe then further explain the fact. Like, so in this case, if you have to describe the event, then do so, whatever it may be. And then this third part is really the most important. Explain how the fact backs up the opinion or relates to the opinion. This is by far the most important. Explain how the fact relates to the opinion, or I should say, relates to the thesis. Explain how the fact here, relates to the thesis. This is your second major key to getting the A. If you just describe the event, it's not good enough. People are going to say, so what? You have to say how this event relates to the thesis, how it actually backs up your opinion. That's what's most important. Body 2 repeats this. Body paragraph 3 repeats this as well. And then in your conclusion, what you should start with is restate the thesis. And then you can restate the 3 points, or in this case, the 3 facts, I should really say. Sometimes they're called points. And then just sort of come up with an ending. You can also, after you restate the thesis, really look into sort of so what. So what are the larger implications for the point of view of this essay? I would only do that if you have time. If you don't have time, then just simply restate it and end it. If you do have time, in the conclusion here, you are really allowed to expand the points a little bit more, like take your essay and look at it in sort of a larger scale. So please keep these in mind. Opening for the introduction, opening statement, 1 line about the event, about sort of the event that you're studying, the 3 facts or points of view, and then your thesis statement, which is your opinion or answer to the question that's your essay question being given. For body paragraphs, you start off with a topic sentence, really explaining the point or stating the point that you're going to explain. Further explain the fact or describe the event, and then finally explain how this information relates to the thesis. This is key, along with the organization, along with your explanation in the body paragraphs. That's really what the body paragraphs are about, is explaining the facts, not just restating them. Okay?